Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Bit Heroes. We're just doing natural regen, and we're looking to get some familiars, which has been the case for the last few streams, and it will be the case until the new content comes out. There will always be, pardon me, always be familiar farming. So let's get PvP, expedition, and trials out of the way. William, good morning. How are you? We'll get this out of the way, and then we'll get stuck into the raids. We still need 4 flixies. Last night I did a I was playing and I had just auto set and forget on, and I saw it come up saying success with the auto bribe, and I'm like, please. It was not flixie, it was one of the other two. So that sucked. But it's not the end of the world. I only need them for Eucalyptus, and that's for PvP, which I never really push anyway. So it's not a big deal. Like, I'll get them eventually, but it's not like number one priority must have, let's spend all the raid shards I have and everything at it type thing. So it'll come naturally. What else? I don't think there's much else as far as news from last stream to this stream. I don't think anything else has particularly happened. There is the gummy portal again, and I still want my fatty mount. I never got the fatty mount since this expedition has come out, like years ago, however long it's been. I've been trying, every time it comes out, I push as hard as I possibly can on this particular expedition to try and get the fatty mount, and still haven't got it. So hopefully we can get it while this expedition is around. I'm not going to throw badges at it purely because I don't need any gear. So if I throw badges at it, it's just to item find for the mount, and I don't even know if mounts count under item find or not. I'm not too sure. So yeah, there's no point like using all my badges in a bit gore or something to grind for it. If I get it, awesome. If I don't get it, then it sucks. If it was next tier and there was gear in here that I could use, then I would definitely do it. But at the moment, it's not worth it. We have 8 of everything for the Stanislaus thing, apart from the shark that has like a helmet on, which I think I have 5 of. So I need to catch 3 more of them, and they're common, so that won't take very long at all. And then I have all of the fams I need to make a plus Stanislaus, plus 5 Stanislaus. So yeah, it's actually no more than that. I can make 3. That's right. Yeah, I can make 3 plus 5 Stanislauses, or maybe 4. Whatever the math is, multiple of them, so that I can use them in my. So the plan was at least to use Stanislaus at the front, Eucalyptus in the middle, and Glasdos in the back for the invasion, and then the final group. So there'll be the Stanislaus, Eucalyptus, Glasdos, the first 3 teams, and the 4th team will be Stanislaus and me, and then Glasdos. So we have enough fams to do it all, apart from that shark one, which I was talking about, and that's just the common, so we'll get that easy. After that, I don't need any fams for anything as far as dungeons go, so I may as well just do dungeon, like one of the dungeon 4 of a map, because you get more gems and stuff by doing that. So I don't think I need any fams for anything else at all. So we just pick a random 4 dungeon, and then just grind that out until next tier, and get some gems going, I guess. Loser, welcome. HyperX, welcome. Ilias, welcome. That's a nice jumper, is it? It's good. Yeah, it is actually. It's pretty good. I don't know what brand it is. I don't know. It's very nice though. It's very light. It's kind of well, yeah, it's light. It's not a heavy jumper. I usually wear this, and then I've got another one that's similar to it here. I usually wear that one on top of this one. But yesterday I was wearing like a similar type thing to this, and then a hoodie on top, and it was too hot up here because winter is over now and it's starting to heat up a little bit. So I thought I'll get my like lighter kind of jumpers up and going until it gets stupid hot, and then I will wear just a t-shirt. So there you go. That's my jumper story. Hope it was everything you dreamed of. Not gonna lie, I'm pumped for winter. Fuck, man, I'm pumped for winter. Next winter, I'm counting down the days already. Topless stream, nobody wants that. Yeah, I'm counting down the days already to when winter comes back. Only 9 months. It's not long. It's not long at all. No, it hasn't got super hot yet. We've had a couple of like 20+ degree days in the last couple of weeks, but it hasn't got up to like 34 or so. 9? Yeah, we just came out of winter, so it'll be 9 months until it comes back. Yeah, so it's not too hot yet. It's bearable. Like, it's fine. But it'll start hitting like 30 pluses soon. And then like in January, it'll be like 45-degree days and stuff. It's pretty shit. Not a fan. How cold does it get? Like, what's the average temperature in Greece in winter? Like, what's it just day-to-day average day? I think some people walked past before with like, I think they were walking their dog, or a couple of people, because Zelda just hasn't stopped like yelling at people effectively for the last like 10 minutes. She's on guard. She's doing her job. Oh shit. Pia Gummy is a tanky boy. He's a fatty. Five to 12, depending where you are. That's awesome. I would have thought it was way warmer than that. Like, in my head, Greece is just hot. It's just sun all the time and it's hot. That's colder than what we get. Like, yeah, ours is probably similar. I would say similar, like 5 to 15 or something like that. We'll do some trials. Well, let's have a look. What's the forecast for the next week? It is, okay, today's a top of 19. Then it goes, tomorrow's 24, Tuesday's 20, and then the rest is like 14, 19, 19, 19, 15, 14, 16. So I guess the next 3 days are kind of warmer. Like today, 19, basically 20. Then tomorrow 24, then Tuesday 20, and then it drops back down to 19. 14, sorry. And then 19, 19, 19, 19, 15, 14, 16. So not too brutal just yet. I mean, that's totally fine. I always say that as soon as it gets over 25 degrees, it's too hot. And for me, that's the case. But it's definitely, like, manageable. Shit, these guys destroyed us. What the hell? But yeah, it's like, it's over 30 that is the worst. And I think it's also due to, like, if you, have, like, decent air conditioning, or, like, if your house is insulated properly, or that type of thing. Pip, good morning. Quiet. Chook is quiet. Why am I quiet? Everything should be fine. Then again, everything should always be fine, and it always comes back and bite you in the ass. Also, I forgot to tell World Chat. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, everything should be the same. I haven't changed anything, so. But then again, OBS just decides to be an asshat. A lot of the time. Hang on, let me just check everything. Yeah, no, it's all. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, everything's perfect on my end. I checked 3 different things and it all looks good. Um, I have my headphones plugged in and I'm not wearing them. Can we pretend that didn't happen? Amal, are you there, or is that the auto host? I have a feeling it's the auto host. Only time I felt heat over 30 degrees was when I went to Dubai, and it was like 50, and I was sick the whole time because of how hot it was. Where are you again? Winnie Rooney? What's going on, man? Didn't see you in a long time. Well, we're here every day. We only do Bit Heroes once a week, but we stream every day. Yeah, auto host? Okay. Oh, now you're blue. You're always red, and now you're blue. Head fuck. Epic Tree Country. Gotcha. Mike. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for the follow. How's your face? How is everyone's faces? I need info. I need to know the juicy details of the face. I didn't watch your streams almost in 6 months. Well, welcome back. Amala's sleeping. I see. Still ugly? Feels okay? Pfft, don't give me that shit. Loser's also ugly. Are we all just like ugly mutations? Maybe we should all like bond together like Voltron, and then we'll become this like awesome, sexy as fuck giant robot, I guess, that fights crime. Mega ugly, yeah. Yeah. It's like Medusa, right? When people look at Medusa, they get turned to stone. When people look at us, they just start vomiting. It's pretty good. We can call ourselves Vomitron. It's perfect. Yeah. Vomitron. Not even wearing headphones. Why are you so quiet? What a dum-dum. Alright, let's get through. I think this is the last trials. I think you removed me from your friends list, I think. If you are over 24 hours, I probably would have, yes. I wouldn't have deleted you if you went offline for 24 hours plus. I can re-add you if you like. I've got some spare slots for anyone in chat. Or you can join my Discord. And there's 600 plus players there that can offer advice and friend slots and stuff as well. It's a good place to be. Oh yeah, Ilias, I want to do, you know how we did the quote on the hour? I want to do one that says like that gives those links, Discord link and YouTube and all that. Every like, I don't know, whatever. God damn. I just hit 1k in an attack and stamina. Nice one. Streaming at the moment. Can't really talk. Don't. Petition for a snooter remote. Winnie, what's your name? What's your game name? Is it just the same, Winnie Rooney? Let's get some world. No, we're not going to do world boss. Let's check how many of these things. I think it's okay. I have 5 and I need 8. Oh. Okay. Let's do this. We need 3 more. I don't play Beat Heroes that much anymore because trying to beat Skyrim. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I don't delete people unless it's unless they're offline for 24 hours. And even then, like, I don't check it as much as I used to. So if I check it and there's like people been offline for like 3 days or something, then I just get rid of them. Hang on. I'm on his server. You want me to add you, Ellie? Eli? I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm gonna go with Ellie. I can add you. Except I can't while we're in battle because Kong made some stupid rules. Let's have a look. Oops. Slash the add friend. You need to turn off your friend request thingamadoodad, bajiggity what's it. Let me know when you've done that and I'll send you another ad. Anyone else in chat, in stream, that wants a friend slot? I've got a few to give out, and yeah, as I said, join the Discord as well if you're interested. As there's like 600 plus Bit Hero players that can offer advice and friend slots and all that good stuff, including myself. So yeah, if you play Bit Heroes consistently and are looking for some kind of direction, obviously there's all my vids and guides and stuff. But yeah, if you want immediate answers to stuff, then the Discord's probably a good place to be. What links? Discord and YouTube. How often? Max is 60 minutes. I'd say just like if you put text on it, right? Like something along the lines of like, if you're enjoying the stream, check out my Discord and YouTube, and then put the links or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how many we got. I wasn't paying attention. If we got any, I would like a friend slot. I'll keep my friend in it. And I will water them every day and give them sunlight and they will grow. What about waterboarding them? How could you? First time in your stream, I'll have a lot of fans. I should start channel. Hang on, let me reread that. It'd be the first time at your stream. You have a lot of fans. I should start a channel on Bit Heroes. Do it. Can't hurt to try. There we go. Would you add me again? Yeah. Hang on, I've got to get Ellie. What's your name in game, Winnie? Is it the same as your Steam as your Twitch name? Sorry. Okay. Ellie, you need to turn this off, man. Or man. I don't know what your sex is. Failed? What? How do you fail a comment? That's depressing. I guess it doesn't really matter what 4th dungeon we do, because it gives the same XP regardless of whether you do it zone 1 or zone 8. You still get the same amount of XP. The W and R are caps lock. There's no caps thingy in this game. Winnie. Rennie. Done. How many slots do I have? I still got like another 7, 8, whatever it was. Did we get what we needed? Oh wait. We got 1, okay. Pip, what would you call your friend? I think they should probably have some food as well. Like water and sunlight, good. But food, also good. Made the thingy every 45. We'll see how it will look. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Morning, Zendane. How's it going, man? What's going on? How's your face? Is it a tired face? Is it a refreshed face? Is it a sexy face? Or are you ugly like the rest of us? You know, the unchaste? Jawad? What's better, Gum Gum or Nemo? Talk in in Discord, man. In stream, not on not in game. What were their pets? I think. Lil Kine, welcome. Hopefully that's how you say that. Same old tired, been up all night. I don't sleep at night. That is not good news. It's funny. I don't know whether it's like a stereotypical gamer thing or whether it's just how everyone is in the world at the moment with Corona or not being able to do things that they normally would or whatever. But it just seems like pretty much every single person I talk to, every gamer I talk to, it's just their sleep is just a hot pile of garbage. Like no one sleeps well. No one sleeps at the right times. No one just. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Did you get a good sleep? Yeah, I slept for 8 hours straight. No wake up, no nothing. I haven't been interrupted my sleep for a good 3 months. Like everyone's sleep is fucked. Everyone you talk to, their sleep is horrible. The pets, I don't remember what they are. There's so many names in this game to remember. It's too crazy. I don't remember them all. What were they called again? My sleep was already a hot pile of garbage before Corona. It's even worse now. Yeah. I take my meds I take at night before bed because they're like the drowsy kind of thing. They make you drowsy as a side effect. And then I also take melatonin, and that still does, all that combined still doesn't do shit. World Boss next week by myself. Okay. Talk later or in stream. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, my sleep's not that bad, but it's not great. But yeah, it seems like everyone I talk to at the moment, their sleep's just horrible. Yeah, I wake up a few times at night, and majority of the time, every time I wake up, that there's a cat on me, which is not the best, considering. Oops, that's the wrong button. You want to get restful sleep and stuff, and you just got this cat weighing you down. Okay, we need one more. It's cute and it's great, and then sometimes Zelda's all smushed up next to me as well. Was that the thing we needed? I didn't. No, I think it was the. I think that was a mermaid. Sorry, mermaid. Yeah, mermaid. Come on, son of a bitch! Hooray! This is very Super Nintendo music. The song that played when I first started Pretzel, when I was getting the stream ready, it sounded straight out of Dungeons. No, not Dungeons and Dragons. Double Dragon 2 on the NES. It's just basically it's as soon as I heard it, I thought of that game immediately. So that was pretty good. But I can't go with Pretzel Rocks. You can't go backwards. You can't replay a song or go back a few songs. You can only go forwards. You can only skip forwards. You can't skip backwards, which is annoying. My sleep was bad before, but then the Chicken Man happened. Haven't been the same ever since. Now playing 240. Oh, right. I thought someone was posting something about buying shit. I'm like, hang on. Don't advertise on stream. What? But that's the name of the song. The Chicken Man happened. Well, I don't know when it happened for you. I've been happening for a while. What's the Discord thing? Type ! Discord and you get the link. I kind of need to hit tier 10. I need that 2, 5, 10, 15, 25, 50 absorb weighted chance ring. Or wait for 45 minutes here. Hang on, so if the random quote is on the hour, does that mean that on the 45 minute of the hour? In which case we would have just missed it. Because it was 10 minutes ago. We'll see. We'll find out. Yeah, so if you just joined my Discord channel, there's a Bit Heroes room in there where you can chat to your heart's content about Be Heroes and ask for advice and stuff. What's ooh about? So yesterday I turned off an alarm. I snoozed an alarm. No, I dismissed the alarm instead of snoozing it, if that makes sense. We got everything we need from there, so that's good. Let's get a world. No, no, we won't get any regen within the time frame. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm gonna go back to like Wintermarsh and do Dungeon 4 because Yeti's in it and Yeti's great, and I'm going to do it by myself, which will get rid of all of this shit. 3 dungeons without other players, 1 heroic dungeon solo, 3 dungeons solo, defeat 1 dungeon solo. This will get rid of all of those that have been there for quite a while because I've been familiar farming in higher tiers. I put it on 1 hour just to see how it looks, and then I'm going to set it to 30. Okay. I'm not sure what snooze does. I have it turned off. So, if you say you have an alarm for 7 a.m. and instead of dismissing the alarm, you snooze it, I guess it's the whatever thing your phone or alarm or whatever is set to, but it'll just like turn it off for like 5 minutes, and 5 minutes later the alarm will come back again if you snooze it, and 5 minutes later it'll do it again. So I don't really understand what the point of the snooze function is, because you set an alarm for a purpose, right? You go, okay, I need to be up at 7 a.m. today, so you set the alarm for 7 a.m. and then it goes off and you snooze it. Then you're just wasting 5 minutes and then it comes on again. Like, the whole point of an alarm is to notify you when you need to do something. Why is there the option to, like, you know what, fuck it, 5 minutes? I don't know. Anyway, on my phone, there's the option to snooze, and there's also the option to dismiss. And you can dismiss any alarm that's going to go off in the next 2 hours. You can just press dismiss, and it just basically turns it off until the next time it's supposed to go on. Like if you've got a snooze, if you've got an alarm every day, it just dismisses it for today, and it'll come back again tomorrow. So in my sleepiness of waking up and being like tired as fuck, I've just turned over and I've dismissed some alarms that I didn't mean to. I don't know why I've done it. I've like been just woken up, turned over because the alarm's going off. I'll dismiss the next alarm and I'll get up with the next one. But I've just dismissed everything. And so yesterday I woke up at like 9 a.m. or something. I went, what the fuck? Why is it 9 a.m.? And then I realized that I'd dismissed everything. I did the same thing today, but woke up again naturally before it was too late. So I've got to like make sure when I turn off alarms or anything when I've just woken up, that I actually like pay attention to what I'm doing and not just dismiss everything. I'm in your server. Can you? Yeah, I tried to add you before, but you've got friend request things currently disabled, so you need to turn that off, and then I can add you. I tried to add you a few times before. So just let me know when you've turned that off, and I'll send you through another one. Trying to fix your server FPS? Your server? I snoozed your alarm for an hour. Sorry, you snoozed your alarm for an hour once. Lucky I didn't have anything important. Oh, there we go. There's the thing. Did that overtake the quote though? I have to keep the alarm at the other end of the room, so I have to get up. Then I'll stay up instead of hitting snooze constantly. Yeah, should be working out. All right, cool. I'll add you in a sec. I'm generally pretty good. Like, it's just the last few days have been. There you go. I think I've just been like fat fingering it, like waking up and like looking at the phone and being like, no, stop beeping at me, and then I dismiss instead of Just going back to sleep. Oh no, there's the quote. I think we need to adjust the text for it though. So until the new tier comes out, I'll probably just do these dungeon 4s, which give you. I don't think it's much. It gives you like an extra. Like someone did the maths where they ran like, you know, dungeon 3 for like 1,000 energy, and then they did dungeon 4 for 1,000 energy, and I think they got like a quarter more gold or third more gems by doing dungeon 4. So dungeon 4 is better for gems, but I don't think it's like a stupidly massive amount better. But I don't know. I can't remember what the actual stats were. Think I fixed the text? We'll find out. Oh no, it's fine. I just mean like we should put like, you know, hi there. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you'd like to, you know, da 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 da, rather than just join this. Like it's kind of like looks like he's giving people orders. If that makes sense. I don't know why it's taken me over a year to like think about actually doing this stuff, but at least we're doing it. I think it's also because this costs 20 energy, and any dungeon costs 30. So you can do any normal dungeon twice, and then for the same amount of energy you can do this one 3 times. So you end up doing more dungeons, in which case you are picking up more things. The negative side effect, I guess, potentially, depending on what you're doing and how you look at things, is that it will take a lot longer to use those energy, because you're doing a third. Anyway, you're doing more dungeons, a third more dungeons, I think, than if you were doing just a dungeon on heroic. So it's going to take longer to get through the content. But you will end up getting more gems out of it. We're not being dictators, my bad. So you all get the 3 boss chances. Oh, yeah, you do. At less capture rate. But yes, that's true as well. Yeah, I needed Mistral and Flame Talon, who are two of the epic bosses for the Stanislaus thing schematic. And I think they were both in the same zone, and I was considering doing Dungeon 4, but it was a Dungeon 4 that I hadn't completed yet that you know, were doing for ancient materials and stuff, and I'm like, well, I can't do that. It's annoying, because that would have been good to farm them both in the same dungeon, but yeah, I couldn't do it. You got 700k at the moment. I got nothing to spend it on. Hang on, 700,000 watts. Money? Gold? 700k gold, okay. My setup right now is I got 1k attack, 1k stamina, 300-ish speed. Yeah, I mean, at the start of the game, it's not that big of a deal. Like, splitting the stats evenly, like 1-1-1, is fine. And as you progress further, you put more into power and speed than you do stamina. But it all depends on what main tank you're using, what bait tank you're using, because the bait you want to obviously have the least amount of health, and all of that. So, but it doesn't really matter what, like, a lot of people get stuck on when they level up, what points should they put it into? Do I put into power? Do I put into stamina? Do I put into speed? It doesn't really matter, because you can just reforge your gear or like when you get new gear, you can upgrade it, and you can pick one of those 3 stats. So it doesn't really matter what points you put your level up points into, because you can just adjust your build with when you upgrade a gear or reforging gear. So for me, for instance, like I've got everything maxed out, but I've had to reforge some of this stuff a few times because my health was too high, and I was higher than the main tank, and then I reforged some stuff, and then my health was too low, and I was like, I would have been the bait effectively. So you can just like, yeah, reforge your gear, upgrade your gear to fill in the spots, fill in the stat that's lacking or whatever. So for me, I've put every single stat I have into power, and I just, you know, upgraded stamina and speed to counter that. But yeah, it's not a big deal which one you choose. I've never been below 4 million gold since tier 6. I don't know how Chook is around the 50s. I get 1 million each few weeks. Well, I've been playing for 3+ years. And I don't have that much gold compared to other people, but yeah, I don't use it on anything. The only thing I use gold on is familiars, I think. Oh, and reforging, and trading gear from previous tiers. And yeah, because I got my runes, so that I don't need to spend gold on that anymore. Pretty sure gold has his runes. When we finish this dungeon, I'll show you what I mean. Got 4 of the mythic rune stuff. How do I get the second one? All the mythic stuff is done in your armory, I believe. Alright, so what I was talking about with the gear is you can go in here and reforge. And so, hang on, at the moment I've got... Oh, there's a jewel. Oh, okay, we're going to auto jewel William and get crushed. Your little boys are too strong. Stupid little boys. Okay, back to what we were doing. I've got so 5.5k, 4k, and then 2.6. So say I wanted to say like I had too much health, and my main tank only had 2.5k HP. I'd be like, okay, I need to drop some HP. So I'd go in here, I'd reforge, and then I'd find any gear that has HP on it, like these ones. This is split between all three stats, and I can just reforge that into like power or speed effectively, which would give me negative 411 HP, which would then put me under the main tank's health bar, in which case I would no longer be the main highest health target. So yeah, no matter what you put your points into, you can always go to reforge and change things around. So hopefully that made sense. And then as far as trading goes, as far as gold goes, sorry, what do I spend my gold on? I spend it on, I used to spend it on runes, but I've got all the runes I need. The main thing I think is for the gear. I don't need mounts anymore. Oh yeah, sometimes I buy these. The pump and the bone, which cost some gold, but not much. And then this is what the main thing that I use gold for, is going back to previous tiers and going getting the stuff for cosmetics if I want them. So we'll see if there's a cosmetic we don't have. I think I got all the ones I wanted. Okay, can't trade any of that because I don't have enough of that material. I've got that. I've got that. I think I've got all the ones. Yeah, pretty sure. Anyway, So that's what you can do. I do this at the end of each tier. I go back and get the stuff from the previous tier if I've got enough materials for it. So that's what I spend my gold on. Most of the time, that's what I spend my gold on, is this, and persuading familiars. Other than that, I don't think I spend gold on anything that I can think of, at least. But yeah, you get to a point where, you know, you have enough gold that it... Oh, actually, no. I do use the shop, and I buy all of the 25% stuff, these things. I buy these guys when they're on sale, so I spend my gold on that as well. But in the vast scheme of things, I don't really use gold anymore. I don't need it for anything. At the start, while you're trying to get your runes and this, that, the other, and you mount up and re-rolling and blah, 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 then yeah, you go through gold pretty quickly. But once you have everything set, you just are getting it for no reason, really. Can't spend it. So okay, let me check back on chat because I did a rant. I got 18 pinions. I haven't gotten mud in a good month, but I get pinions every 2 days. Still stuck on tier 6, flag 6. Any tips? I can look at your character. I can look at your stats and stuff. Are you going to play something after Bit Heroes? Yeah, we're going to finish Uncharted 4 today. Hang on. Where's Ellie? Okay, so you want a... Yeah, there's a few things you need to change. You want an offensive accessory, which you have here. Crit chance, evade chance. Try and get a better accessory. Because this one's not very good. And then you want a defensive pet, not an offensive pet. For PvP or whatever, you can use offensive if you want. But for like playing the game and progressing in dungeons and all that sort of shit, you want defense. So defensive pet, offensive accessory. There's not much point in re-rolling epic mount because you'll be saving for your legendary mount. But the 3 stats you want as a DPS is the main 2 are dual strike and empower, and then the third one is just damage, flat damage. So this mount, for instance, has 2.5% health. That's not going to help you as a DPS. So ideally on your mount, you want dual strike or empower, or just raw damage. That raw damage is definitely third. Empower and dual strike are the 2 stats that you want. So when you get a legendary mount, try and re-roll to get one of those stats. And then that's the same for your runes and enchants as well. So damage reduction is a tank thing. Damage in rage is no good. Evade chance is a tank thing. Empower chance, this is good. This one's good. So you want empower and dual strike, as I said. So empower and dual strike on your pet, on your mount. Empower and dual strike on your runes, and empower dual strike on your enchants. So here we have damage and rage, not good. Lifesteal is the worst stat in the game. Lifesteal is the worst stat in the game. And then this is just basic stats. So that's what you should be doing. Luckily, you're like you're still like a new character. So there's a lot of room to grow, and you're going to be getting a lot of shit. Like, it's good that you're level 113 and not like level 300 and something, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe write that down or something. But dual strike and empower for your runes, enchants, mount, and offensive accessory. And then you want a defensive pet. And then you're good to go. So just work on that stuff, I guess. So that's definitely the question I get asked the most is, hey, I'm stuck on a zone. What can I do? Oh, the other thing is, well, the 3 things is have enough TS, which is just making sure that you have epics in every slot, maximum upgrade epics in every slot, and then start working on replacing those epics with legendaries. But make sure that you get epics fully upgraded in each slot first. Then start working on legendaries till you have enough TS. That's step 1. Step 2 is make sure that you have a offensive accessory and a defensive pet, and then, you know, having the dual strike and empower on everything is hopefully you can do that as well. And then step 3 is your familiars. They're the 3 things. So TS, your gear, and familiars. So if you're in tier 6, you can start farming Remy T. And then I think Hilarious is the 3rd dungeon in Zone 6, I think. So the general gist idea is you want to get Shramps and Ballland as early as you can. Get them both to +5. And then you replace Shramps and Ballland with Hilarious and Remy T. And then that'll get you to endgame. And then you can start working on your legendary familiars like Glasdos or Walcom or whatever you're going for. But yeah, Shramps and Ballland +5. And then replace them with Hilarious and Remy T +5. So yeah, work on those fams, work on changing the stats you've got, and get a better offensive accessory and a defensive pet, and you'll notice a giant increase in productivity and progression and stuff. Okay, I currently have Velk for heal. Is that good? Thank you so much. That's fine. Velk's fine. Velk's good. The only problem with Velk is that it, whatever, is really expensive to fuse, and you want to get all your familiars to +5. You want to fuse them 6 times, so you have your familiar, and then you stay with them 5 times to get them to the +5. So that means you need 6 of a familiar to make it +5. Velk needs 10 Hobbit feet per fusion, and Hobbit feet you only get from All Egg World Boss. And it's a pretty rare drop. You could do 100 world bosses and it's RNG, but you could do 100 world bosses and only get like 4 Hobbit feet, for instance, and you need 10 to make a Velk. So to make a +5 Velk, you're going to need 60 Hobbit feet, which is a lot. But if you're going to go into and you plan to make Walcom, then Velk is part of Walcom. So if you made a +5 Velk, then you would be 1/3 to a +5 Walcom, if that makes sense. But I think like doing double Glasdos, which is what I have, is pretty strong, and that's from an Extermination World Boss, which starts at tier 10, I think. So that's up to you. If you want to keep doing World Boss, All Egg World Boss and stuff, and make a +5 Velk, then by all means go ahead. But Remy T is a lot easier to fuse. So I personally would suggest you go for Remy T. Which is, it's just a dungeon boss and a common familiar. Fuse them together and you get Remy T. So you're just going to need 6 of the Rexy, the T-Rex dungeon boss. You just need 6 of him and 6 of a common, and then you have a +5 Remy T. And then Hilarious is the tank, which I think, can someone correct me if I'm wrong? I think it's Zone 6 Dungeon 3. I think. So if you change your gear around, if you get the offensive accessory, a better offensive accessory, a defensive pet, and then start working on replacing all your shit with dual striking and power, you'll get a big shift in power effectively, and you'll be able to get through to the last dungeon and stuff. Then you can start farming Hilarious as well. What used to be the meta when tier 9 was max? For the meta for what? Like for characters? For familiars? Like, also that's a long time ago and I don't remember very much. I mean, the gist of progression in this game is it's just like do the same thing each zone and you'll progress. And we just talked about it. Having enough TS, maxing your epics and replacing them with legendaries as you go. Have the right familiars, and then have the right accessory and pet and stats on your runes and stuff. That's the same thing every single time you get stuck on a flag, or dungeon or whatever it is. They're the 3 things that matter most. So fix those 3, and then you'll go past. So you might have. So let's take Ellie for example. I don't know what tank she's using. Let's just say she's using Shramps, or Ellie, Eli. I'm not sure how to if it's Eli or Ellie, and B if you're a guy or a girl. So if I call you one of those things and it's not you, it doesn't make sense, then I apologize. Anyway, let's say that Ellie is using Shramps and then just a normal Velk, right? getting the Velk to +5 with augments and everything on it is going to make that Velk a lot more, a lot stronger. Changing all of the runes and stuff around so that's all Empower and Dual Strike is going to get a lot more power as well. And then changing the offensive accessory to do more damage, and then the defensive pet to heal and keep it sustained. It's just you'll get past whatever flag you're stuck on, and then you might go another 3 zones, and then you get stuck on another flag. Okay, and then you're like, okay, well my stats are good. My dual striking power and stuff is good because I worked on that 3 zones ago. My accessory I worked on 3 zones ago. My pet I worked on 3 zones ago. I've now have a legendary mount. So why am I getting stuck now if I've changed everything? And then it's probably the familiars. Then that's when you start trying to work on better familiars. So if you get stuck, it's those 3 things. Like every time, there's no like specific thing why one person can't complete something to the next person can complete that certain thing. It's those 3 things always the issue. There is one thing that might, like if player A and player B are up to the exact same flag and they have the exact same layout, and player A gets through and player B doesn't, obviously in games like this or in real life, whatever, luck and RNG and stuff will come into it. So say that you're on a flag and you can't beat it and the boss is a pain in the ass and and by the time you get to the boss on that flag, by the time you get to the boss, you might be like half HP, and then you're going in to fight the boss with half HP, and he just burns you down immediately and you die. If you keep doing that dungeon, like obviously working on getting stronger, but if you do that dungeon, eventually you're going to do the dungeon where the boss is going to be like the 3rd or 4th enemy that you attack instead of like the 9th or 10th, which means that you can go into the boss fight with full health, and then that might just be enough to complete it. So you can get random RNG of boss placement. You can get random RNG of his attacks missing or not critting, etc., etc. So there is randomness to it and RNG to it, which is this game is just a giant RNG simulator basically. But yeah, working on those 3 stats, those 3 options, whatever, is definitely the way to go. Guy and Eli. Okay, cool. I'll try and remember that. Should I find an epic weapon? Should I exchange my set weapon and upgrade the epic? That's another thing. Legendaries and sets and mythics, they don't mean a whole of a lot going forward until you're max tier, because whatever you get, so say you're in tier 6, you were saying, say you get like the set weapon or something and you upgrade that fully, it's going to cost you a lot of upgrade materials to upgrade that to full, and then when you go to the next tier, a legendary of the next tier is going to be stronger than that fully leveled up set piece, if that makes sense. So there's no point in going and farming like zone 6 to get like max TS, max legendaries, everything, and become super strong, because in the next tier you're just going to replace all that gear anyway. So as cool as it is to find a set or a mythic or something, and you're like, fuck yeah, I did it, I got this cool thing, you're just going to replace it next tier anyway. So they're not really that useful, which is why I say max out epics, so that you have a baseline of, okay, well at least all epics are maxed and I've got decent gear that way. Then when you start getting legendaries, then you can start replacing the mythic, replacing the epics with the legendaries, and eventually after you've replaced X amount of pieces of gear with legendaries, that will give you the TS you need to beat that flag or beat that whatever it is to push you to the next zone, and then you start all over again, and then you get all the epics from that zone and max all of them out, and then start replacing those with legendaries until your TS is high enough to get to the next zone, and then you start again. So getting a set piece or a mythic, or but particularly set piece and mythic, I get asked all the time, like, hey, I got this like mythic from tier 5, should I upgrade it? What should I do with it? So all of it is until you're max tier, don't worry about it. Just yeah, epics main slot, epics maxed out, start replacing with legendaries, and then you do it all over again, the next zone, the next zone, the next zone, the next zone. The process is the exact same way every tier. Fishing, what's going on, man? How was the move? I saw you put up on Discord that you probably weren't around until mid-August. I think that's what you said. And now it's the start of September, but I hadn't seen you on Discord, so I assumed you were still in the process of moving and stuff. Either way, what's going on, man? How's things? How was the move? Work on that, thanks. No worries. Yeah, I mean, the thing with mythics and set pieces and stuff, when you find them, the good part is you can use them as why am I using a broadsword? There we go. Okay, random, but okay. The good thing is you can use them as cosmetics, right? So it's like, here's some like set weaponry I got for swords, and I got the mythic like Comet Fell. So say you get Comet Fell, for instance, and it's like, well, it's tier 8. I'm not going to be upgrading it because it's tier 8 and the current tier is tier 13, so that's useless. But at least I can use it as a cosmetic and just have a big fuck off green sword. So that's the good part about mythics and sets pieces and stuff. At least you can use them as cosmetics, I guess. Where is my fist? Give me, there it is. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a letdown, I guess, when you do find something cool, and then you realize that it's not. Oh, there's another one for the Yeti Pit. You realize that it's not really worth anything. It's like, oh, but I got this cool thing, but I can't use it. Fuck. Which is kind of annoying. But I've never had that problem. Because I've been playing for 3 years, every time there was new content out, I was already like up to that new content, if that makes sense. So I never had the problems of getting through flags and getting stuck on flags. I've always just kind of just got through them because I was already max TS from the tier before, and had legendary familiars and all that sort of stuff. So I guess that's the bonus of playing for longer. So for instance, Eli, you're in zone 6. Let's say at the end of next tier, because next tier should be coming fairly soon. Let's say by the end of the next tier, you're up to your current tiers, right? Let's say by the time tier 14 finishes, you're in tier 14. And then say like another 5 tiers further than that. So like we'll call it like tier 20. You're in tier 20 and someone else is starting the game and they're stuck in tier 6. You're like, okay, I was stuck in tier 6, but now we do not want to buy more thing. Let's do some of this. Because you're in the max tier, and you leveled up as the tiers leveled up. So you were in tier 14 when tier 14 was the highest, and then tier 15 came out, and so you stuck with it and you were in tier 15. Then tier 16 came out and you went straight through and completed tier 16 because you were full TS from the previous tier. So I guess the people that have been playing longer or pay to win and just buy all the good shit don't really have problems with flags. So for me, it's kind of difficult to give advice on, other than all the advice I just gave about having the right gear and familiars and all that shit. Because it's been so long since I've done that flag, and when I did that flag, I didn't have any issues with it because I was already max TS with familiars that we've just talked about for the last forever. I never have had any problems with those flags. So when people say, "Hey, I'm stuck on this flag, what can I do?" It's just that generic advice because I can't remember that flag being an issue. All right, we have dad joke of the daytime. So bad. What? They're no good. People don't like having to bend over to get their drinks. We really need to raise the bar. The ones I didn't read, I'm going to read now because why not, were 3 unwritten rules for life. And then it just says 1, 2, 3 because it's unwritten rules, so there's no rules. And then the next one was Dad saying, I was named after Thomas Jefferson. Then the son says, but Dad, your name is Brian. And the dad says, I know, but I was named after Thomas Jefferson. Just bad. Just really bad. Some of them are great, and some of them are really bad. Okay, so I was saying that we need Flixie in here, the blue fox thing. Bottom tier stuff. I know, it was no good. Yeah, we need this thing. We have 4 of it. I need 6 of it to make a +5 Eucalyptus. So we only need 2 more, which is not that bad of it. Not that bad. But I've been farming this thing for the last month at least. Every raid shot I've got in the last month has been into this dungeon raid, whatever, and I haven't got one. So he's decided he's going to be a little bitch about it. But I need 2 more to make a +5 Eucalyptus, and then I would need another 2 to make another 2 +5 Eucalyptuses for the invasion thing I was talking about before, where team 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be Stanislaus in the front, Eucalyptus in the middle, and Glasnos in the back. I already have 4 +5 Glasnoses, so that's easy. That one's done. I have the FAMs for the Stanislaus. I just need the world boss material, which is going to take a fucking long time. And then for Eucalyptus, I just need 4 of this dude, of which I have 4. I just need 4 more. So the Stanislaus thing is so far away. I think I still need like 190 something world boss material. And we were talking about Velk and the Hobbit feat before. You know, I could do 100 world boss and only get like 4 or 5 of the world boss material I need, and I need like 190 something of it. So the plan is next tier, whether I do it normal or whether I do it heroic, if people want to carry me or whatever the thing is, I'm going to need a shit ton of world boss material. But world boss material is not affected by item find. So I just need to basically do a shit ton of this world boss, the most recent world boss, and to get all the parts I need. So I was thinking I will do that in the next tier, because if I do it now, if I just spend all of my zeals, they're called zeals, I think, the new world boss consumable. If I spend them all now, yeah, I'll get a bunch of the world boss material, but I'll also be getting gear that's useless to me. So wait till next tier, start doing a bunch of world boss, and while I'm getting the world boss materials, I'll also be getting legendaries from the next tier, which I need, and I'll break them down to then upgrade my set or mythic or whatever it ends up being next tier. So if the next tier's raid set isn't DPS, then I don't know what I'm going to do, because I haven't been farming current tier for legendaries for at least a month, as I said. Been doing this instead. I mean, the Trials Gauntlet, yeah, but I basically never get loot from that ever anyway. So I can't up tier this gear, this set, which is not the best, because this set gives you 15% dual strike, and I'm all about that dual strike. So yeah, if the next raid set is not DPS, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just do like maxed out legendaries, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll see what the all the things are. Because trial gauntlet, you can't. Well, I can't do even now. The very first level of Trials Gauntlet for tier 13. Sometimes I still get wiped. So Trials Gauntlet is out until I'm full TS. And then I can get some stuff from World Boss, but I'd have to be doing Heroic World Boss. And I'm not going to be able to do that unless I get carried. So Raid is always the way to get a set piece for free to play, I guess. So let's hope that it's DPS and it's not tank, but we'll have to see. Otherwise, I could just use the tank set as a DPS and just have some shitty like tank attributes that aren't going to really help me. But I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. Why don't you use an ancient that gives bonus to dual strike runes of yours? Why don't I use an ancient? I don't know what you mean. As far as runes and enchants and all that sort of stuff goes, with the whole like upgrade to mythic and all that shit, I've never even really looked into it because I've been free to play. But I don't know. We can look. As I said, I haven't really looked into it. Like, I just know that mythic stuff that's not gear, not like your helmet or your body or whatever it is, all the like the runes, accessory, runes, enchants, accessory, pet, all that sort of stuff. Like it's all really hard to get. So I just haven't bothered looking at it. So I don't have that knowledge. We could have put on a capture rate tome, thinking about it. I think I have 2 left. It's too late now. Yeah, so after this, we'll be finishing Uncharted 4. We're up to chapter 18, I think. And there's 22 chapters. The average runtime of the campaign is 15 hours. And we've streamed it for at least 10, maybe 11. I'll just quickly check. Dungeon 1. No, I don't want to listen to myself. 6 hours for that. Yeah, we've basically streamed it for nearly 12 hours, and it's a 15-hour game. So we should finish that today. Well, we will finish that today. It's more the point. And then tomorrow we'll probably go back and do some Dead Cells or Undermine for a few days, and then we'll start Darksiders 2. Toilet, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I mean, I saw you in Discord just before, but good to see you in stream. How are you? Doing good, just woke up. Wait, but you were talking in Discord before, weren't you? No, you weren't. I got my my names confused. Either way, welcome to well, what day is it? Sunday? Welcome to Sunday. It's Sunday here, at least. Just got another mythic mud. Why can't I ever get any of the mythic fleece though? Because reasons. Okay, let's go let's go look at all this mythic stuff. It's in the armory, right? Pretty sure. But as I said, I don't really know anything about it. I never bothered looking at it. I just assumed mythic stuff, free to play, don't play together nicely. What are you doing, son of a bitch? Okay, what is this? We can get a mythic enchant. Okay, or a random one. Or we could get one of these. Block, 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 block. Is there a... Where's my dual strike and in power? Dual strike. Dual strike in power. This one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can buy this. I guess. We have 19 mud. And 30 spell soil. Let's see what else we need first. Or what else we can do first. This we can't do shit. This we can't do shit. There's a third dude in there, yeah. And this we can't do shit. So, we may as well get that rune. This one. Dual strike, 1.5, 1.25 in power, 1.25. What's my Discord? That. Alright, yeah, let's buy this, I guess. Dual striking in power. Trade. Yes. Good. We did it. What's my lowest tiered one? Tier 9. Tier 9. 1% dual strike evade chance. 0.9%. I guess we want to go for stuff that's not. It's deflect and dual strike, but it's got more stats. Okay. Wait, where's my You cannot have more than 100 enchants at every given time. Okay. Did I not just... Do I need to... maybe I need to get rid of some. Hold on. Browse. Okay, let's go down and delete all of these. Well, delete 2. Now can I do it? No. Where the fuck is it? You have to identify it first. Okay. Whoa, what is this song? Alright, there we go. We're good. 1 down. 5 to go. Alright, well that was fun. Let's get back into raid, I guess. Still, there was a 0.25% increase on dual strike and a 1.25% increase to my power. So now I'm like super OP. Actually, what does that extra 0.25 take me to? 53.95%. And then 2.25% in power. I mean, it's similar, right? They're roughly halved. Roughly got the same amount. What? Seriously, what is this song? Okay, there we go. So we had enough. We needed 1 more mud and then like another 15 soil or something, whatever it is, to make a second one. Does anyone want to do some world boss? Like tier 13 world boss? Welcome to my Discord as well. Eli. I will give you the members. There we go. We're good. Okay. Kelly, because I don't know how to pronounce that first name. Hi, Chook. Chook's nice. Been a subscriber for 2 years now, and I just want to know, are you going to make an updated Bit Heroes guide? Well, a lot of the stuff from the guide still holds true. There's a few things that are different. Like the familiars is different, like what familiars to go for and all that. And I've made an updated familiar guide, which is on the channel. And that's the main thing that changed. Oh, the only other stuff is all the new stuff to do with like elemental damage and you know how to get the new mythic this, that, the other, da 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 da. But as far as like a beginner's guide, or you know a guide to get going to the game until you can start understanding everything, yeah, the only thing that's really changed from those guides is which familiars to go for and like stabling them and augments and all that sort of stuff. So if there's something that, like that is, I usually when I was making videos, I was making the ones that I thought would help people, and then I've got a lot of I get a lot of the same questions over and over again. That's when I make a guide on that specific question, I guess, which is why I made the ultimate familiar guide, because I would constantly get asked about what familiars to use and is this one good, is that one good, da 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 da. So I just made a familiar guide to answer all those questions. But yeah, majority of the information in them is still the same. And then as far as like late game guides and all that sort of stuff, well, if you're late game, you know what you're doing by then. So the only thing I have been tempted to do is like a top 10 frequently asked questions stream, or like 10 things I wish I knew before playing kind of video, where I just go over the main questions I get regarding, you know, like how do I get past this flag, what familiar should I use, this, that, the other, da da da, like the, you know, the top 10 most common, or the top 10 most asked questions I get. You could do a freestyle. Yeah. So that's, I've been considering doing that for a while. I just haven't had the motivation to do it. But yeah, all those guides that help new players like get into the game, and then once you know into tier 6 plus, maybe tier. Well, the further the longer you play, and the further tiers you get into, like you kind of start understanding the game a lot better. But when you first play this game, the tutorial is basically like, okay, hi, welcome to Bit Heroes, I'll see you later. So the start of the game is super confusing, and there's so much shit, and you get overwhelmed and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, all those guides are still fairly relevant. But yeah, the FAQ, the video, sorry, I've been thinking about doing for a while. I just, I don't know, there's some barrier for me doing it. I just can't seem to get motivated to actually make it. I think we got a few raids to go, like maybe like 3, maybe? I don't know, because we stopped in the middle, I kind of lost count. But no Flixie persuasion chance yet, which is shitty. We're about to go to Sunday as well, which will give us, we'll lose 30 capture rate. 30%, I mean. From the Saturday bonus. This bit. I like it how it says, I've never done that before. It says 30% capture rate, and you can click on it for it to just become larger to say the exact same thing. Wait, what is 30% capture rate? I wonder. Oh, 30% capture rate. It's fair enough. What, hang on, what's 30% experience? Oh yeah, it's 30% experience. That's right. I remember now. Oh, Ilias, what was that game that you were talking about? I wanted to look it up, but I forgot. Post Void. Okay, yeah. That's the one. Post Void. I've googled Post Void and I've gone to images to see what kind of game it is. And there's just all these ultrasounds. Sonograph of post-void residual volume, something, something, something. Bladder ultrasound. Calculation of post-voids, da, da, da. So it's obviously, it's a medical term. Made by two devs, one arts guy and a programmer. You need to watch the video. Yeah, I will. I just wanted to see like what type of game it was. So it looks like it's a shooter. Sub Chook, finally the stream is working for me. How's it going? Welcome, dude. It's pretty good so far. We just bought a enchant, which is nice. A mythic enchant, I should say. We got 3 of the familiars we needed from dungeons, which is good. We don't need any more dungeon familiars, like at the moment / ever again, which is good. Now we're running through this raid to get we need 2 just to make a +5, but 4 so we can make 3 +5s. Eucalyptus, no, sorry, Flixies, the blue fox thingy from this raid. So I could make a +3 Eucalyptus right now, but I'm waiting until I can make a +5 one. And thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, so all of the familiars we need for our new tank have been achieved, and then we just need some of these fox dude to make the other familiar, and then that way we don't need any familiars ever again to capture. We just need a shit ton of world boss material. So from now on, because I don't need any dungeon familiars, I'm just going to keep doing dungeon 4 over and over and over again for the rest of time, effectively. And that way, at least I'll be getting more gems and stuff as well. How many we got left? Okay, there we go. Yeah, does anyone want to do some world boss? I have 13. I don't know why this one thing is really annoying. I'm a summon. You'd think that hey. You'd think that because it's like the newest world boss and stuff, there'd just be people like always doing it and always like trying to get, you know, the materials they need or whatever. I find that this particular world boss takes forever to find a group. I don't think we can do it with just the 2 of us. Alright, out of 13 runs, how many world boss material do you think we'll get? I'm going to say 2. I'm going to be hopeful and say 2. 1? Okay. Well, it's good that we're like both very low ball. It's like, no, you're going to get like 8. Oh, okay. I wasn't in control of that. I thought I was. So yeah, this dude, this is the tank I'm working on. This Minotaur can go. What zone does blind souls drop from? I don't know. I don't know what blind souls are. I'm not very knowledgeable of gear or familiars or whatever it is by name. Like, because there's so many different sets and mythics and gear and familiars, and then when those familiars fuse together, they like add each other's name and make a new familiar and all. I just, yeah, I find it hard to keep up with where everything is and what they're called and everything. So Blind Souls, I've no idea what that is. Now that I've said two, it's going to be 0. I can see it coming. Come on. Ears keep ringing. It's pissing me off. What happened to make your ears ring? My mum is deaf, like pretty much deaf. I think she's like got like around 30% hearing on one ear and like less than 20 on the other ear or something, like really bad. She has hearing aid thingies and whatnot. Anyway, she used to have ringing in her ears a lot. I think it's called tinnitus or tinnitus or something like that. Yeah, she had that for like a long time, which is not good. She said it's just like a ringing and stuff in her ears. She had it for years. It can fuck right off. I don't. Is that an age thing? If it's an age thing, you'd be like fairly young to have that, right? It can be ear damage thing too. DJs have it a lot. I just remember like when I was a kid, mum having tinnitus a lot, and then also having like proper real deal legit migraines. I think when people say they have a migraine these days, it's not a migraine at all. It's just like a really bad headache, or there's severity of migraines and stuff. I've never had one, so I can't like attest to it. But I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I've got a migraine," and then they're like, still on the computer playing video games or watching movies and stuff. It's like, no, if you had a full-on migraine, you wouldn't be able to watch TV or anything. Like, you can't do shit. And the again, it could be a severity thing. But when I was young, mum has this tinnitus and all this, but she would have like legit fucking migraines where she couldn't have any light in the room. Like, the house we were in had like really heavy curtains, and we'd have to shut them and like clip them together so no light came in. And she would have to have doctors come over to the house to give her injections. I can't remember what the injections were for, but like real deal, legit fucking I can't move, throwing up, all this sort of stuff, migraines. So that's my memory and knowledge of migraines. So when I think people just like to have sympathy, right? It's like, oh, I got a migraine. You're like, do you though? So there must be a severity thing, right? Not that I don't believe people what they're saying, but I think a lot of people don't really know what a migraine is, and they say they have one when they don't. Yeah, or my knowledge of migraines is just from, what I experienced as a kid with mum, where she was was out of action for days at a time. So, yeah. Have you got an ancient before? I got some ancient material from one of the Zone 4s, but no. I haven't forged any gear or anything. So yeah, I guess there are like minor migraines or something, but I do think a lot of people say they have migraines when they don't, just for sympathy. But yeah, I don't. It's kind of like why I don't give advice on Bit Heroes about tank stuff and all the rest of it, because I've never experienced it. I don't. Yeah, my knowledge of things might not be 100% accurate, so I've never had a migraine, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, I just remember Mum being absolute fucking out of it. How many we got? We got one more, unless that's not actually one more and it's just saying one, because it always does. We'll find out. All right, we can do one more quest. Dungeon. Enter. Go. Yes. All right. So this will be the end of Bit Heroes. For everybody that wants to watch the ending of Uncharted 4, then stick around. We'll be doing that straight after. What speed and HP bonus? Hang on. What speed and HP bonus do? Because I have 25% bonus of speed and 15% health setup. Do you mean these things? Is this what you're talking about? These bonuses? Should always be running these 4 bonuses down the bottom at all times. Like 24/7, 365 days a year. Never do any content without having these 4 on at all times. Yeah, so one gives you 25% experience. Well, we'll go through it. I'll show you. This gives you 25% experience. This gives you 25% item find. This gives you 25% gold find. And 25% movement speed. So if you go to something like a super scroll, it increases your item find, experience, gold find, and movement speed, which are the 4 things we were just talking about down here, for 24 hours. Or if we go to a bite gore, increases your item find, experience, gold find, and movement speed, which are those 4 again, but it adds capture rate in there as well. So yeah, Bitgore, item find, experience, capture rate, gold find, and movement speed by 500 for 24 hours. So if you're not going to use one of these like big boy consumables, you just want to use these 4 25% ones, but all the time, never run out. So they will sell, they'll sell them in here on flash sales for gold, right? So this is a one that gives you 50%, but it costs gems. You just want you want the ones that are at 25%, or you can manually just go and buy them here. So never spend gems on them. So here's a 25% item find, 25% experience, 25% gold, and 25% movement speed. But they will come up on the flash sales bit here. So when they come up, maybe just buy a bunch of them if you have the gold to do so. So for me, for instance, I buy them up a lot when they come on the store. So I have 316, 313, 322, 315. So basically I have like a year's worth. Whenever I get under like 200, I panic. I'm like, oh shit, I've only got 200 left. But that's still more than half a year. So yeah, using one a day of all 4 of these, I have nearly a year's worth just sitting there. So just make sure you buy them and using these at all times. Did I feature in stream? Yup. Yeah, you did. I've been stacking on 25%, but I've never been able to get a 50%. No, so the 50% ones, you'll get maybe You might get them from like rewards from PvP or Gauntlet or something. I can't really remember. I think the majority of the time you get the better ones is from events. So like when it's Christmas or Halloween or Easter or something like that, like you get like a daily gift or something, or talk to the townsfolk to get a reward or something. I think that's where you get the majority of the 25 stuff, because I've oh, maybe some's in the daily login as well. I think I've got some like 25 50% ones, or maybe I used them already. I must have used them already. Oh, there's one. There's an epic one. There we go. There's a rare one. And then I've got like milk and cookies, which is 50%. This is 75%. This is 75%. So, and a coffee, 75%. So I've got a heap of like gauze effectively. I got 2 bite gauze, I got 2 bub gauze, I got 2 egg gauze, and I got 5 bit gauze. But I don't have, I've only got like 3 raid shard baskets left. Then I could use like Guild Honor to buy some energy to do more dungeons, but we just talked about dungeons. I don't need to do dungeons anymore. The only reason I do them is for the more gems and stuff. So I will spend all of my Guild Honor on Zeals, and then do a bunch of world boss with Zeals. And my Guild Honor is aplenty, nearly 4.5 million. So I could buy a ridiculous amount of Zeals pouches, and each Zeal pouch gives you 5 world boss. So I've already got 144 of these. So whatever the hell 144 times 5 is, what's that, like 700-ish or something? World bosses just there, and then I've got 4.5 million guild on it. I can spend to buy more. So yeah, I've got a heap of gauze and then nothing to use them on. You can't craft a 50 with PvP item, but you should have saved them for stat points. Yeah, that's true. Always keep your PvP shit for stat points. So I can get 3 stat points right now. I'll just wait until I've got this by 5 or by 3 at the moment. It doesn't really matter. But this is what I use my PvP coins on. At the start, when I started playing, I used to trade in... I used to trade in for 20 energy because I didn't know any better. But then I realized that stat points were way more important. You got 500 gold coins. Wow. By the way, it was meant to be can't, but don't craft. What? Anyway, that's it for Bit Heroes. If you stick around for Uncharted 4, give me a few minutes to set up the PlayStation and the capture card and all that sort of stuff. Otherwise, Bit Hero people, I will see you next week. Okay, bye!